half, but they come away with the points. And was that a case of job done in the end for Enzo Maresca?
Victory was very important to keep the pressure on City and Liverpool and to improve even more, the last result. But for me, I didn't like the approach of Leicester in the first 30 minutes of the game. I think, as I said, they show too much respect to Chelsea. But as we said before, I think Chelsea should have won that game easily with more goals.
Yeah. They started so strongly, Enzo Maresca's side. 15 minutes in, how surprising was it to see Chelsea take the lead?
Well, no, we were just waiting for it to come, really. I mean, it's a long ball from Badiashile. And to be fair, without pass, you just got to do better. You just got to be stronger. He's got to pass it back to the goalkeeper, clear, do something. Just don't do what you were doing. And to be fair, Enzo does kind of really well to keep the ball alive. But the one thing I would say is he sees Jackson, he's got him in front. He knows what's coming. He gets too tight there. Okay, pass it back, kick it, be strong. Just do something different than what you're doing. Brilliant touch and finish from
Use
Jackson.
Your body.
And then he moans. I mean, it's like, you're the one who made the mistake. He's got 4 chances at this finish. 4. I mean, just bad defending, but great skill from Jackson. That finish, he's so calm now. I love that little flick over Coley and great finish.
He's a player in form.
He's class. He's only getting better. He's only a young man. Goals and assists, he's flying at the moment.
And while he had a lot to do, Enzo Fernandez provided what will go down as the assist for that opening goal, and then he got in on the act for the second.
I mean, he won the challenge, he put a great header, great save from the goalkeeper, but the only one that was following the action is Hernandez. And I don't understand why. Look at this picture, the screen. Look how many defenders walk into the penalty area. He's following, the action.
Where is that lack of urgency?
Commitment. I mean, if you're dedicated to your team, you hunger not to concede goals, that kind of action, then Chelsea players should not have taken, the second balls.
And this will come as a frustration, really, for Enzo. They almost held on to a clean sheet, but then conceded a late penalty.
Yeah, but just a bit more positive play from Leicester. Forward passing, forward run, gets him behind. Lavia's just a little bit late, clumsy on Decoder over Reed. And it's obviously a clear penalty, but from open play, they barely created anything, Leicester. Bit of a mistake from Lavia, easy decision for the referee to make. I'm not sure why they took so long. But an Ayew with not a brilliant penalty. And again, Sanchez, you think he could possibly save that. It's in a decent area.
Yeah. Does that put almost an unreflected gloss on the game itself, that penalty?
Yeah, because I think the clean sheet was important, I know that I'm pretty sure that Maresca will be very happy about that because for the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game, you could imagine, come back from Leicester. So a game that you should have won easily. So yes, the clean sheet with the few occasions that Chelsea had to score goals, I think you should get away, from this game without conceding a goal.
I mean, before that penalty was given, Leicester had another penalty shout just before. Former Leicester player Wesley Fofana involved with this tussle with Steffi Mavididi. How did you read that?
Yeah, I didn't think it was a penalty. I thought the referees got that spot on. I think Fofana gets in a difficult position, but I don't think his momentum's going that way. I don't think it's a foul. It's a good little chop, but he's got nowhere to go, Fofana. And I don't think he kicks out or anything like that. So I think that would have been harsh. I thought the referees got that one right.
I think Fofana stopped his run, and his body, and I think it's the Leicester player who get into him,
Yeah. I suppose the lack of ruthlessness stopped Chelsea from adding to the 2 goals that they scored. In fact, they might have their own players to blame on some occasions. Madueke and Cole Palmer seem to get in each other's way. Well, Madueke in particular.
I was a little bit annoyed, and I think we both been annoyed by Madueke sometimes because he looks a little bit too individual sometimes with the ball. He forgets his teammates. And Cole Palmer always tries. He has a very good connection with him, but he doesn't get the same thing in return.
He's trying to get out of the way, isn't he? He's just a bit late.
Yeah, he's just in the way, to be fair. Again, another good save from goalkeeper's brilliant. I mean, it looks mad because you just...
Defending
you normally see that in Hyde Park when guys are playing football, not normally in a Premier League game. But to be fair, Cole Palmer looks brilliant. I agree with Manu. Madueke is a really good player,
Yeah.
but he releases the ball a little bit too late sometimes. He's got to play his teammates in quicker.
Much has been said about the way Chelsea have had to open their account in the Premier League this season with a new manager, new game plan and approach. But they have played 6 of the top 8 amongst the fixtures so far. But look what else is still to come. Villa clearly is quite a big game. Southampton, Spurs, Brentford, Everton. With 1 loss in their last 11 in the Premier League, is there scope here for them to get some momentum going?
That's why I disagree with Owen. He doesn't see Chelsea, competing for the Premier League.
No, I still don't.
You still don't?
No. Even though you'll only lose one of them.
With all the games they have played so far against top team, and they are third,
I think
there's only 6 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool is playing against Tottenham Spurs now, right? This weekend?
No, they're playing Southampton.
Oh, yeah.
Liverpool playing Southampton.
Yeah, well, but they play very tough games from the start of the season. I remember the first game was against City at home.
Yeah,
they
it was
lost
a big
it.
one, yeah.
So I still believe, when I look at the schedule, especially starting from January 2025, they're all affordable, It means all 3 points all the time. So that means if they can continue until Christmas time what they're doing, it will be a big threat from Chelsea.
In the title race.
Yes.
Boos were audible at the King Power at full time. How much pressure is he under already after 12 games?
It didn't sound like he felt like he was under pressure. I don't know, I kind of saw a different game. But I guess when you're under the pressure, the man just stood on the side, it's probably a lot harder.
Yeah.
And you're trying to find solutions even though you're inferior. But I just think he's got to let the guys go and play a little bit more, be a little bit more aggressive, press from the front, play the ball forward. Even if you're going to play long, play a little bit more direct. But the way they approach that first 35 minutes, they're going to get relegated if they keep doing that.
Wow. Manu?
Well, I said it before the game. You can put Pep Guardiola on the Leicester bench. He won't change anything. I think the quality is not there at Leicester.
Okay, all right.
All right, Chelsea beat Leicester City away from home to keep their position in the table, third in the table after 12 matches. Well, the Blues are, flying at the moment. What a game they displayed. Another professional performance, coming from international break when you know that most times players will be finding their sharpness and stuff like that, but they put it together to win against a very, very difficult Leicester City team that brought physicality to the game. Of course, that physicality could have caused them 2 red cards in the game, but one of them very, very obvious from Ndidi on Palmer. But the referee gave a yellow card and VAR supported the yellow card, which is surprising if you ask me. But then again, they did a very good job on Palmer, stopping Palmer, which is Chelsea's main source. But Maresca tweaking his formation today, playing something like 4-1-4-1 with Enzo Fernandez in the right half space, and then Kukulera attacking on the left, making sure that Felix occupies the left half space, and then Palmer has that freedom to support whichever position that he wants. I think that's a very, very durable formation attacking wise. I'm not so sure defensively because it means you are playing with a single pivot, but still they played well. The central midfielders they defended very well. They pressed Leicester City, even though Palmer wasn't on the ball much. When he was tackled and battered. But then again, it gave Enzo Fernandez space to affect the game, and we know that he is a very clever footballer, and he affected the game. In the first half, he created most chances in the first half, 3 more than any other player from both teams, and then provided the only assist of the game for Nicolas Jackson to open the scoring, and then in the second half scored his own goal. So if you will say that is a master stroke by Enzo Maresca to bring back Enzo Fernandez into the game, like as if that he knew that Palmer was going to have a very difficult game in the hands of Leicester City players. But a very good performance by the Blues, 2-0 win away from home is a very, very outstanding result and a good performance, keeping a clean sheet as well. What else do you expect from? What else do you ask for if you're a manager? I think Chelsea fans will be traveling back to London very, very happy. They have done their job. Let other teams, do their job as well as the race for top 4 heats up.